Big shout out to Vivosun for sponsoring the channel, and you guys can save 20% off of VGrow at vivosun.com with my promo code MDDVGrow, and also 20% off a VGrow at Amazon stores with my code MDDVGrow20. Also guys, you can save 15% off site-wide at vivosun.com and Amazon stores with my promo code MyDankDog, and that's with no minimum purchase. Just as a quick reminder guys, you can also follow me on X and Instagram at MyDankDog, and I pretty much post on there daily all of my grow updates and a bunch of other things, so check me out there. I've been waiting for this VGrow DWC hydroponics grow kit for quite a while, since MJ Biz back in December 2024, and then more recently at MJ Berlin. It's great to install, really super easy for a beginner. You basically remove the self-wicking water reservoir base that comes with the VGrow and simply slot in the VGrow DWC hydroponics grow kit. It's as simple as it looks guys. It really is the most easy unit to install into the VGrow, and it's got one cable to plug into the water meter jack port, as you can see, and then the unit is up and ready to go. So check out my previous episodes where I go over the installation. It's a compact design, 4-gallon water pump, air pump, drainage pipe, air stones, grow sponges and net pot. Everything is included in this one compact little kit. In the previous episode we also chose the nutrients that I'm going to be using, which are General Hydroponics, the Flora series, Grow, Micro and Bloom. This is a switch for me. I'm used to using Advanced Nutrients pH Perfect series, which is what I used on my first hydroponics grow, and it came out pretty good, so we'll have something to compare with these nutrients. The beans, I put them to the vote with you guys. If you remember, I wasn't sure whether to do an auto or a photo. We decided on a photo. It's the Seedsman Purple Oreoz F1. It won by a long shot, so I guess I'm going to be doing a lot of training, topping, and basically high stress training on this lady to keep her within the realms of the VGrow. This is the lucky bean that I'd chosen. It's crazy every time I look at these little beans just to realize what they grow into, these massive, monstrous, kind of beautiful smelling plants. It's fantastic that they come from this little bean. I'm going to be cracking the bean in spring water. I'm not going to be cracking it straight in the grow sponge. I'll be adding some spring water into this pint glass, as you can see, and then basically just dropping the bean in it and waiting for it to crack and get a taproot that's about 1.5 centimeters to 2 centimeters. Basically, that's as simple as it gets. I'm going to turn the lights out and check back in periodically to see whether the taproot has formed and the bean has actually cracked. 48 hours later, and as you can see, I've got about 1 centimeter taproot on this little bean here, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer, turn the lights out again, and then come back in another 12 hours to 24 hours and just wait till that taproot is about 1.5 centimeters to 2 centimeters long. After 72 hours in the spring water, you can see that this taproot is easily 1.5 centimeters to 2 centimeters long, so it's time to place it into the grow sponge that comes with the DWC kit. As you can see, that's a nice healthy taproot that's easily 1.5 to 2 centimeters in length, so we're off to the races. I've just got to repot this little bean and its taproot into the grow sponge. It blows my mind every time I look at these seeds and these taproots at such an early stage that they grow into this wonderful, fantastic looking lady that we love. It's amazing that all of that information is contained within that little bean. We're just going to soak the sponge in spring water and expand it. Got a very different texture to stone wool and rock wool cubes, very spongy. I just left it for a little bit to remove the excess water, and then I placed the bean taproot first in the hole and then covered it with a little bit more water and nudged it in slightly more with the end of a chopstick, and then covered it with water again, and then took a sharp end of a knife and just kind of broke up some of the sponge to cover the bean so it has something to push out against and help it remove its seed casing. Then I added some more water and set up a time lapse, and just sit back and watch how beautiful it is to watch this lady grow. It's awesome to watch them grow like that. This is the lady at 1 day old, and it kind of looks like she's giving me the middle finger, flipping me the bird in between those two halves of the seed casing here. But she was looking nice and healthy on her way to shed this seed casing. As you can see, nice and thick and healthy and looking pretty good. Popping through the grow sponge was no problem at all. On 2 days old, you can see that she's already popped open those cotyledons and shed that seed casing and is showing signs of true leaves. At 3 days old, you can just see the first signs of the second set of true leaves popping out there. The first true leaves are looking nice and healthy. On 4 days old, you can see that those second set of true leaves are popping up just a little bit more in the middle there, but not huge amounts of growth. This is still a tiny little shoot. At 5 days old, basically the main difference is that the first set of true leaves have got a little bit broader. And then on 6 days old, you can see they've just got a little bit longer, but there is a little bit of fading starting to happen on the tips of the cotyledons where it's eating the nutrients from itself. And on 7 days old, a week, you can see that those cotyledons are already starting to fade and that the second set of true leaves are really starting to pop out there. So she's looking nice and healthy after 7 days old. We're going to check back in on her after 2 weeks old. We'll be taking a look at the roots that form through the grow sponge before I set up the DWC and the nutrients. We'll also be taking a look at the dosage of nutrients that I'll be using for FloraGrow and FloraMicro. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. Keep all the likes, all the comments, all the feedback coming. I do appreciate all of the support that you guys give me. And a big shout out to Vivosun for sponsoring the channel. Until the next episode, bye-bye.